Hey everybody, I'm Avery Travis, a fan of South Plains politics. Here's your talking points this week. A U.S. Senator comes to Lubbock to talk cotton, trade, the border, and a whole lot more. Also, the latest on the Lubbock County Expo Center, we've got a look at what is in the works.
From the studios of KMAC Television in Lubbock, your local election headquarters. This is Talking Points with Brian Mudd, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Services.
Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Also this week, there's headway being made on one of the top priorities this legislative session, fixing the way we pay for our public schools. This week, lawmakers in the Texas House have passed a bill overhauling the whole system, dubbed the Texas Plan. The House bill provides $9 billion in school funding, more money for each student, and mechanisms to lower property taxes, too. But you'll remember, this differs sharply from the Senate plan of giving teachers a flat $5,000 pay raise. KMAC's Steffi Lee shows us how the House and the Senate will have to eventually agree on paying our teachers.
I think it's important that we raise teacher pay because I want to see a day when more people are interested in going into the field of education, and until we raise that floor, that's not really going to happen.
That issue, one of the main additions to the Texas House's school finance bill.
Yeah, this day is emotional for me in many ways. As I walked onto the House floor this morning preparing to vote for this historic school finance reform, I was thinking about the students that I used to teach back in San Antonio.
We are finally reforming public education in the state of Texas, and not by court order.
As part of Wednesday's debate on the House floor, lawmakers approved an amendment where any time the amount of money per student increases, salaries of teachers and full-time staff would too.
This is a sustainable way of providing increased compensation to our teachers and other employees.
This money will be done and delegated through the local schools themselves.
It's different than what Senate lawmakers approved, which was a $5,000 across-the-board pay raise annually for teachers and librarians.
And that's going to be a starting point for the two chambers to look at. Then it simply becomes an issue of trying to ensure that there are enough dollars going into the system to guarantee some pay raises, which are very needed for our state's teachers, in addition to being able to reform the finance system, which is desperately needed as well.
In Austin, Steffi Lee, KMAC News.
Steffi, thank you. Education advocates are also pushing for more funding for full-day pre-kindergarten programs across the state. Right now, the state only funds half-day pre-K programs at public schools. House Bill 189 is in committee, and if it goes up for a vote, it would require all school districts to offer that all-day pre-K program for free for students who meet certain criteria. Lubbock Cooper ISD already has a full-day program, but officials there say if the bill passes, they could do so much more for their students.
We value that preschool experience so much at Lubbock Cooper that we do offer a full day pre-K, even though the state only funds one half of a day for us. We just feel like those children really need that extra boost that are coming up and coming into our kindergarten classrooms.
Lubbock ISD and Friendship also have a full day pre-K program. And here to talk about it all with me is Dr. Michelle McCord. She's the superintendent at Friendship ISD. So obviously major moves being made this week. What is it like for you guys from the district perspective watching this all happen down in Austin?
Well, it's really exciting. You know, this legislative session is really transformational for public education. It infuses both the House bills and the Senate bills that are sort of in the forefront. Both of those infuse billions of dollars into public education, additional dollars into what we already have. So it's exciting to watch. As in my career, I've not seen anything like this in terms of just the positivity for public school.
And what are you guys hearing from teachers, from staff? Obviously, they're hearing these headlines too. You guys, from the leadership perspective, paying attention, but from the top down, what has the response been?
The response has been, as you might imagine, it's been remarkably positive. You know, teachers, it's nice for them to feel as though the work that they do is valued, and not that it was not valued in the past, but just to see public education at the forefront of the conversations happening in the legislature is just heartwarming for them and parents and all staff, because really the stakes are enormous when it comes to we are tasked with equipping a generation of students for the future. And we have to have high quality teachers in order to make that a reality.
You know, something that's been talked a lot about is those differences between the House bill and the Senate bill. One, fairly simple. The House bill, though, that was passed, a bit more flexible, a bit more complicated as well.
Yes.
From you guys' perspective, what is it like looking at it, just how different these bills are?
Well, we try not to get the cart before the horse, so to speak, because it's still kind of early on, and any bill can have several amendments to it, but both have are just transformative, really, for public education. Both the Senate bill and the House bill pretty much transform, or they have the ability to do that, depending on which parts of it are passed or how many amendments there are. But it tries to modernize the finance system, the school finance system, which it worked for a time, but it's just become sort of outdated. And so both the House bill and the Senate bill infuse money into public education. House bill, the part where it talks about sort of teacher salaries or professional salaries, the Senate bill is a little bit more restrictive but positive. Teachers and librarians getting pay raises. The House bill has a little bit more flexibility in that it has the district spend a portion of the additional money that would be added to it's called the basic allotment, the amount of money that we get per student each day. And it just kind of asks for a percentage, so a percentage of the increase in the basic allotment to go towards salaries. Senate bill sort of has more of this is the amount. But again, it's early on, and so none of it's bad news. So it's almost like pop the popcorn and watch, because it's just so, it really is remarkable, the things that are happening.
I love that attitude about it, just letting hopefully the best of each gets put together. I know obviously money, obviously funding, that's one of the biggest things. What is the biggest thing that your district would like to see come out of whatever the final product is?
Well, I think it's just the infusion of additional dollars. One of the things that we've begun to see across the state, not really so much in our school district, but to a small degree, is we are having, the state and the nation is seeing a decline in the number of applicants for teachers, and programs in higher education are seeing a declining number of people who want to go into education, not because they don't have a love for children or don't feel that calling, but you have to be able to make a wage that you can live on. Everyone knows you're not going to get rich if you choose to be a teacher, but you have to make a livable wage.
Well, very exciting to see what does end up when, wrapping into the final product, when these two groups come together and come up with something. So Dr. Michelle McCord, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate your perspective.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Turning now to the controversy at the border, it's continuing to unfold. We're going to sit down with a Texan who makes monthly trips across to tell us what he calls the real story.